not wrong. So be ready for anything. Hello, world. He is I is him, not so slim with the tilted brim. My name is Ryan, aka Crownson's Corner. This is the Healing Chefs Podcast. And Healing Chefs Podcast, today's guest is Pheno Rich, everybody. Oh my gosh, calm down, everybody.
How you guys
Quiet
doing?
on the set. Good, man. Thank you very much for coming and making it to the studio today. It's pretty dope. I've smoked enough weed today to be incoherent at times. Just kidding. So, just real quick, Healing Chefs Podcast, if you don't know, is all about I am a chef. I am healing. PTSD, went through a thing about a year ago, checked myself in, and been working on myself ever since. So never healed, constantly healing. And also Healing Chefs Podcast is all about chef is a leader, is a chief, is a leader. Anybody that I have on the podcast is a leader in their own life, if not in the Arizona cannabis community. But in their own lives and stuff, and we heavily respect everybody. But so again, thank you very much, Pheno Rich, for coming. And if you could explain to the people who you are and what it is you do, for what you can explain.
No, for sure, man. My name's Pheno. I'm actually the manager for Tropics Labs. So we're on the legal market there, doing vape pens and about to do a donut and jar drop.
Ooh.
And I also just legacy market. I started on the legacy market and really started to grow and make hash because I was breaking the bank going to the dispensary as a med user.
Yeah.
And I just you were breaking the bank and you're also still not fully satisfied.
For sure.
So
yes, you're kind of stuck to whatever the market.
Yeah. You want to have better meds for yourself. So I just started growing. Actually, I started growing in 2004, right out of high school up in Oregon. Really hey, you want to grow weed? Sure, let's go. And sight unseen, moved out there and got immersed with the culture, man. It wasn't dope. It was a good spot to kind of immerse yourself with because it was way different than Arizona. We were still in prohibition times in 2004. And I met some really good old heads and OGs up there that really taught me the true meaning of the plant, not just to smoke it and abuse the plant for what you need.
Right.
So,
really, yeah,
it's been a journey, man. I'm a med user myself. I got addicted to pain pills over a car accident in 2007. So I fought it for a while, and then
it's crazy. I was around the same time in the Army. I threw my back out a couple of times, and yeah, I was on the pills too,
dude. And it was the doctors were like, "Oh, you need more, you need more, you need more," and so it was a way to center myself. Once I got out of rehab, I knew even going through rehab, I was like, if I can just use the plant,
yeah,
I know I'll be okay. And it truly is a passion, not just something that puts food and money on the table. I truly love hash. It brings.
I mean, if you don't know, and because you're a listener on Spotify or a watch on YouTube or anything, if you're not in the Arizona area and you don't know Pheno Rich, you need to go follow him because everybody else that I know knows him. So, and it's because of your quality that everybody knows you.
Well, and I appreciate that because that's truly all I care about. There's a lot of hash makers out there. There's a lot of growers out there. I went into the
and you're humble.
And I tried.
Holy shit.
Hey, there's some times you get a little self-confidence boost, but
I have my, yeah, I mean, yeah, but still,
it's all I care about is there's tons of hype stuff out there. There's great strains from certain growers, and a lot of people have all the new hype stuff. But if all I'm known for is putting clean meds out on the streets, that's all I care about. Because my father passed away of lung issues, and I got him onto cannabis late. So if he would have got some of this dirty stuff that's coming from the commercial industry from certain grows, who knows how fast it would have plummeted him. So it's more or less
Mm.
a mission to keep clean meds out there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We appreciate you because a lot of it is for profit, and everyone, like even like a lot of people that I've seen start off with passion and stuff, but then you know, then they scale, and then it's all about money after that and stuff, and that's gonna happen, but you can still humble yourself, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there's the the cannabis game is all dollars and cents, man.
Well, I mean, yeah,
So it's a tough line to follow for a lot of these places. But there's a lot of good people still out there. So
for
it's not
sure.
like it's just one person. There's a lot of people on the same mission, man.
And myself, like I had a problem last year, turned my life around. Maybe this year is that year for somebody
Exactly.
else. So like just
Exactly.
because someone's doing bad or something doesn't mean
Well, and I
or
mean,
I mean, I don't know where I'm going
I
with
I I I
that.
think that realistically, a lot of these commercial grows are really gonna have to get their stuff on game, man, because everybody knows Reddit's a powerful place.
Yep.
Um, we there's a notion with commercial that it's not as clean as legacy. So
Hmm.
I think a lot of these places are really going to kick it into gear and really try to better themselves, just so that otherwise it's just going to be like, why would you go to the dispensary?
Yeah.
So I do know places that are diligent and making sure they're doing their right thing. A lot of places are progressing. As long as you're trying, man, that's all I ask.
Yeah.
Don't be
I mean,
negligent. Don't be just like, oh, that's bad. Go ahead.
yeah.
At least make an effort to
Yeah.
better it.
Yeah. And like in the army, we like if you see something, say something.
Exactly.
I mean, don't be a snitch.
Right?
Don't be a snitch.
Uh,
Sorry.
no, that's
I just have to reiterate that because there's so many people nowadays that actually didn't grow up in the black markets and stuff like that, and then they get into cannabis and then something happens and they get scared.
it's a lot.
Anyway, I digress. But so let's go ahead and jump into our first segment, which is cannabis journey, and it's your personal journey, and we'll get into. All right, so cannabis journey is all about like how you found cannabis yourself, and where you're at with it on a personal journey.
No, for sure. I found cannabis in high school. My first go around. And I liked it at that point, and then I knew I was going to actually really enjoy it because when everybody was out at the kegger parties and all this stuff drinking, I was like, well, I'd rather burn one.
Yeah,
I mean, drinking,
I'd rather not get sick.
yeah. So it was an occasional thing in high school. It wasn't an habitual thing.
Yeah,
And then literally I graduated and had a friend that was in Oregon. And he's like, hey, I'd love you to come up here. And then that's when I moved up to McMinnville, Oregon.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and like sight unseen, he was just like, "Hey, it's great out here. You're really not doing. You don't have plans like vocational plans right now. I say you get out here and help me with this."
You ain't got no job.
Yeah,
You ain't got shit to do.
hell no.
You're gonna grow weed today.
So yeah, so it was more or less a baptism by fire.
Hell yeah!
Um, and
Welcome to the kitchen. Get to
exactly,
cooking.
if you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen.
Yeah. Run it.
So we blew out a 3-bedroom house. Um, learned along the way, had floods along the way. I mean,
Ooh,
every everything a new grower who doesn't really know what he's
all the
doing.
lessons that you
Yeah.
need
So and then
that I don't know.
the rooms started growing. Like instead of the 3-bedroom, now we had stuff in the attic, and then we had stuff in the garage. And I came home for Christmas one year, and I was just like, I got a really weird hunch that I shouldn't go home. Something's up. And my partner had gotten raided while I was at home for Christmas break. And
Crazy.
yeah, so that kind of put the cannabis growing career on hold for a little bit. Moved
For
back to
sure.
Arizona and met back with some friends in my high school group, and we started pushing packs from California. and that's where I started to meet all the good people. As far as old heads and growers and stuff that really the true trailblazers in the California medical industry.
Well, yeah, because back in the day, like you had to be passionate about it because you may have to sacrifice everything for it.
Everything. You're
This
either
wasn't Taylor Swift with weed, dog.
no, it wasn't, and it was like for the longest time I had to keep from my parents what I was doing just so they wouldn't worry, just because we were in such hard prohibition times where like the less people knew the better.
Right. Why?
And progressed with that, and truly that's where I truly fell in love with cannabis, because that's when I started seeing the different strains of cannabis. Not just you go to your homie's house and you got brickweed or you got chronic, you don't know what it is because there's not as many options. But then my friend Ryan actually opened up one of the first dispensaries in
Shout
San
out all
Diego.
Ryans.
And he broadened my my education and knowledge on all these different aspects and strains, and like, no, this one's used for insomnia, this one's used for PTSD, and that's when I was just enamored, straight enamored. I mean, to this day,
Which ones had gelato in them? Sorry.
Back then it was Jack Herrera Blue Dream.
No, yeah, I'm just saying, just like the market, all this.
No, everything's gelato now.
But
Everything's gelato, and there's a few good gelatos.
I'm not, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I was just trying to make a point. It's just like the market is just like
All gelato.
Yeah, that, and like you're during that time with Blue Dream burnt us out on that and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it's nice to know that someone was like, "This is for this, and this
Yeah.
is for this," and like
the ones.
That's what's the problem with the dispo. You can't just go find the stuff that's for this or this.
Everything's hybrid now.
That also that, and it may not be at the store. You can go look online and find the perfect strain for you, and then you'll never find it.
No. And then what you
That's
see
why you need to
on
grow at
and then
home.
what you see on social media is not what you see in the dispo. Or so yeah, there's a lot of bait and switch stuff, I feel like, and it's typical.
Sorry.
No, you're
Derailed it a
good.
little
You're
bit.
good. You're good. And so yeah, just fell in love with it and kind of knew it wasn't weed to me. It was medicine. I felt like when I was on cannabis, I was at peace. I wasn't as anxious of a person. So, I mean, social anxiety, just anything. I mean, not that I couldn't
Going to
function
the
without.
store.
Yeah, I mean, it's evolved into like not necessarily a crutch, but like it's part of my life. And I've done many different jobs: construction, pool service, a lot of different things, and no matter what I was doing, I knew I wanted to grow.
Yeah, and it should be. And thank you, because I've seen we had some cool shit here. I'll go over that in a little bit, but yeah, that's over time, like using it for work or whatever. Like it's got to change to be like, I don't even know. Because we're allowed to drive around and drink coffee all the time, and that's a stimulant. And I don't know if you've ever had too much caffeine, but like the demon comes out. So like it's not as safe as, like, I don't understand, but
yeah, and
I don't know what the right answer is though.
I don't.
Have you seen that? Did you see the new video of the new tester for the police to see if you're that man was getting intimate with that fucking goddamn Q-tip thing that looked like a syringe, and he is making, man, you need to slow down some music to that. Don't
slow jams for that one, dude.
Oh, don't be upset when blood starts rushing.
No, man, that
I'm not even gonna do it. You can go ahead and Google that. That's it's
interesting.
Yeah. It's he definitely don't do that to me. I'll go to jail. Let's just go there.
Anybody else does that, that's ending up on the news.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll go to jail and not do that there.
Right.
But yeah. So appreciate that. And yeah, and like I said, you're known for quality and stuff, and your passion, because you don't just like fuck with anybody. But you do like try to fuck with a lot of people, and you try to be accessible and stuff too, which is
The thing
dope.
is with me, man,
Not a lot of hash
I
makers are accessible and stuff.
I try to be I'm just a blue collar guy. I'm not anybody special. I'm just trying to do something that I love. So I'm no different than the people that are smoking the meds.
Yep,
And
it's refreshing.
a cannabis community should be a community. There's a lot of beef and there's a lot of drama out there, and that's just not me.
Yeah,
It's
tough.
cannabis should be bringing people together, not tearing people and talking shit back and forth.
True.
So I want to be, as an extractor, evolving into an extractor. I want to work with the best growers.
Yeah.
Period. Clean meds. I don't put your differences and your personalities aside. I'd love to wash your hash or wash your
Yeah,
material.
absolutely. Like
So
after a certain point, like yeah,
it's crazy. I'll say that the cannabis industry is crazy.
yeah. What I've seen a lot though is a lot of the people that are in the industry that we all end up having problems with don't actually provide anything to the community, or yeah, or they're like, if they are like making a product or something like that, it's like with waste products.
No.
um
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I try to be the
Or
most
I'm not even, maybe not waste products, maybe let's byproducts
byproducts.
like baloney.
And that's my motto, man, is transparency. I mean, ask any. Obviously, there's certain things that you earn over hours and hours and hours of washing or extracting. But if you ask me just a normal Joe Schmo question, I'll either provide you pictures or my best knowledge of what I can, because I'm transparent, man. There's no smoke screens. When
Mm.
I wash for someone, I return pucks to show there's no blowouts. There's no wishy washy things going on.
Hell yeah.
So
That's
same thing that I would prefer if someone were doing for me. It's just like, hey, this
that's
is your
just that
product, man.
that's dope. I mean, come on now, everybody. That's more of what we need because, you know, and again, this may be the year that someone changes their shit around. So good luck to you if that's you. But like right now, we don't have a community. We have like an
We have
offset
cliques.
group, and we have the cannabis cabal. Uh, that that you can't really like. I've been a bud tender. I've been a trimmer. I've been I've been at like quite a few places. And um, what I've seen is like people in the industry are so afraid of losing their job within the industry because the people at the top will just blackball you and push you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But that shit needs to stop because the only way we get better is if we like check each other. I mean,
Exactly.
but we have to do it like respectfully. And then if the people come back to you and aren't respectful, then like we said, we just change the channel.
Yeah.
Like
There's no time for
there's
that.
no real one community.
Mm-mm.
There's different groups. Find your people and stop trying to be friends with everybody, because if you're a friend to everybody, you're not a friend to yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's Mike Tyson. That's not me. But yeah, that's how cannabis is going around nowadays. But I'm finding more and more people like yourself and myself that are trying. I'm gonna start growing in the next quarter and stuff, and trying to process hash and stuff. Of course, it's my first few like grow or whatever, but I do have a lot of good people in back to help
Bro,
me
just
out.
holler.
Absolutely, appreciate that. But it'll be like my first grow and stuff. It's not going to be perfect.
Dude, I've seen
I can't wait to fail so I
if
can
you
learn.
love the plant and you treat the plant like like a living being, you will be surprised what you will do on your first go around. I've seen it countless times this over the past like 2 years. People that have a true that aren't just like trying to automate something, that truly have a love for the plant, that enjoy the start small, enjoy it, and then grow. And these
I'm only
people
growing too for my joy and stuff. So
exactly.
that's it.
So when you put the love into the plant like that, that's why these the smaller grows around town that are not outnumbered by cultivators, those are the ones that you see really good stuff, because they can put their energy back into the plants, spend more time with them, and they're coming out better. They're not just like
Yeah.
push the button and then like, hey, I'll see you in 6 weeks.
Or yeah, same SOPs with every
Yeah.
strain or something like that. Like
So
that's like that don't work.
the ones that truly love it are the ones you love the plant that'll love you back, man. You don't like the I'll never forget what the first like
Fire in,
mentor.
fire out means effort too.
Exactly, because the what my mentor in Oregon always taught me, you grow for love, and for medicine you will prosper. You grow for profit, you will fail.
Oh hell yeah!
So, and it's
You be
just
growing to LCG.
yeah. So it's just more or less treat it like a living being, man, and it'll treat you back.
Dope, man. Thank you for that. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next segment, which is trip tales. Yeah, so Trip Tales is all about psychedelics and like your experience with them. I myself, again, I'm a veteran, combat veteran who is really reactive, really aggressive, and all sorts of stuff. And I still have my moments. Everybody, don't blow me up in the comments. Work healing never healed. But ketamine really changed my life, turned it around, and let me like put that demon and have him sit in the back corner. I'm looking at needing to do some more treatments again because it's not. It's again healing never healed. But yeah.
No, I feel it on that, man.
Also, I'm probably gonna need some shrooms here, maybe tonight, allegedly. But do you have any experiences yourself? People like microdosing nowadays with
Oh,
shrooms.
absolutely.
I love acid myself, the gel tabs specifically,
Specifically.
because I know how to words.
No, yeah, man. I don't have as much crazy extensive psychedelics experiences with cannabis, but I do, and I'm trying to fine tune it a little bit more. Obviously shrooms. I want to say right after high school. I didn't even get into psychedelics till after high school, but
It's probably for the best.
yeah. First trip, it was more or less a haha on you by a buddy. And
Oh no.
we went up to NAU and he's like, here, take this. And I didn't know how much like you were supposed to take. And he
Oh,
gave me like
well,
a
at least
full
he
eighth.
it wasn't just like eat this chocolate.
Yeah, eat this and I'll babysit you. And it was just like, you didn't know what to expect. It was just very intense. And then as you evolve, you learn to take certain doses with certain strains. And that's another thing I've immersed
Yeah.
myself with this last year is like, I had no idea there were so many different strains of mushrooms and new strains. And so like I've really gotten enamored with that. Genetics are next to hash, dude. Genetics are truly my first calling. I could go down rabbit holes all day, whether it's mushrooms or
Yeah, I can't wait
cannabis.
till that's legal and stuff like that because I want to grow those too because it's like my passion for these things because I want to see these beings. Like we can talk about plants, but like these are living beings, and I want to see their expressions and stuff. To me, that's art.
Yeah,
like as whatever you want to call it, but like that shit's exciting to me. I don't know how people aren't that excited.
no, it's very interesting, man.
It's like we're growing like you're like, oh, I want to see stuff on alien worlds. Just grow it. It's here.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
And then
Quit looking elsewhere.
Yeah. And then my first experience with LSD, a buddy, we had actually brought it down from Washington to Arizona, and we're starting to cut it up into sugar cubes, and this was 2005, and we're dosing up on sugar cubes, and next thing you know, you're like, hey, are you a little fucked up? I'm a little fucked up.
Wait a minute.
I think, yeah. So it was wild, man. Like next thing you know, like my buddy and his lady dip off into their room. The other dude dips off in his room, and I'm just like sitting out in the living room by myself. And I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Like, so that was an interesting night.
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and because you're like, oh wow, this wasn't planned. We're really doing this right now.
Oh shit.
So that lasted about like 8-10 hours.
Thank you. Because I was talking to someone recently. Well, not that recent, but I told them that I trip. When I trip, it's like 8 hours or more. And they're like, for me, it's only 4 to 6. And I go to sleep. I'm like, that's because that's you and this is me.
Yeah. No, even
I
my
can't
buddy
explain to you. Yeah.
I have a buddy who's very educated in psychedelics and DMT and all that stuff.
Ooh,
Yeah, and
tap into that.
trying to. Yeah, he's very
I like to
educated.
learn.
Exactly. I'm as I've gone on, I've learned from him. Like as I mentioned, my father passed away, so like I definitely love to get like in touch spiritually on the
We just
DMC side.
missed this weekend. Paul Stamets is in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, I think actually he's coming. He's coming. I
Okay.
think at the end of the. I need to go and check because buddy was gonna get tickets. If they still have tickets, I'm gonna try this week. If not, I try. But that would be
very interesting.
If you don't know Paul Stamets, and hopefully I'm saying his name right, Google that. Paul Stamets. Psychedelics. Dope. Sorry.
No, you're good. So yeah, I'm all game for psychedelics. I have not had with a 5-year-old. I don't get the liberty to do what I'd like to let loose is what I'd like to, but even me and my wife were watching something the other day, and the dude was tripping on acid, and I just like instantly got relaxed watching this episode, and I turned to her. I was like, I just need to run out in the forest and do some acid.
Yeah.
And just let loose, just because it's been a crazy past few years, man. Not just for me, for everybody. The
Yeah, it
economy,
really
the
has.
world. So yeah, I'd love to dive in more. And be
Absolutely.
responsible about it, and I'm not just trying to be careless about it, but I do
Go to
microdose.
Sedona.
Yeah, go to the vortex and do a trip in the vortex. That's a bucket list thing.
For sure. That'll probably happen this year.
No, absolutely.
Or I'm sorry, that'll happen this year.
Yeah.
I manifest things. That's happening this year.
It will happen. It is happening.
I loved going. It was great.
Yeah. But I actually microdosing, bro. Microdosing shrooms. That's a daily or a 3-on 4-off regiment that I try to do. But the chocolates seem to really hit you hard.
Yeah, it depends on who's making it too.
Yeah, if it's an extract or if it's full, and
because you got them. I'm coughing for no reason. Like them 1-Up bars and stuff that are like the extract.
Dude, my buddy gave me Flourish bars and
Flourish.
Yeah, from LA. Like, God, man.
Because we had a Flourish here. Remember? Were you around for that?
No.
So Flourish was a brand here. It was FLOURISH.
Maybe. I don't remember.
His name's Peyton.
Okay.
He would go around and he was doing a bunch of dinners and stuff like that, and it was not all, legal. But yeah, and then he went on the run for a while. But he also I'm not even gonna go into it too much, but like he was doing like or bud tender education at one place, and he had some samples of of some of their edibles, and he's like, these aren't medicated, and like but these have psilocybin in them. Who wants some? And like a bunch of us are like, because we're idiots, thinking we're gonna get shrooms on the job. And he's like, I'm just kidding, but now I know. I'm like, bro, slow clap this, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is hilarious. But yeah, so no, that's weird to hear that. I mean, I guess if there's a name that someone's had it or has it,
right.
But yeah, tripping on the I allegedly for a while was making some chocolate bars. Now I did have some come out later on that weren't as I don't know what happened, but things happen with quality of goods at certain points in time. But yeah, man, I was never mind.
Shrooms are good.
Shrooms are great. Everybody. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So we'll go ahead and go to break, and we'll come back with mental health is wealth. And we're back.
And we're back.
And we'll talk about that offline. Something else, guys. All right, so mental health is wealth. Shout out to Wayne's World, the first podcast. Sorry. If you don't know, look up Wayne's World. It was the first legit podcast.
Mom's basement.
Yeah. Schwing. Look that up.
Right.
How do you Google that? Anyway, sorry. Mental health is wealth. So this is all about fudge, man, all day today. Ryan talking take 2. All right. So this is all about, our daily struggles with mental health. Again, with that, like that, being nicer to yourself is a lesson that I've been trying to teach people that I don't listen to myself. But yeah, like I said, I deal with PTSD. And how do you deal with like the stresses? I mean, you are a father, you're in the cannabis industry, and I'm not talking about the drama. I'm just talking about just handling like the day-to-day things. Like I've been like myself been setting up boundaries and stuff more and more as I'm learning how to do these things.
You try to set up those boundaries as much as you can, especially in the cannabis industry. But yeah, man, I'm a product of mental health and having PTSD and anxiety constantly. I'm a big introvert, man. Just
Shit,
because
I got it right now. I'm holding my own hands.
You're like ah. Or you
It's
see me cross and
comforting.
I'm just hugging myself just because you're
comforting.
just
Yeah.
It's been a real life, man. I mean, I've gone through my own struggles growing up with number of different things, and like so anxiety on a daily is just a normal thing, and you learn how to deal with it. It's not, I wouldn't say that it's a thing where it's like it's gone for good.
Yeah,
It's just a daily thing that you learn how to deal with. Because I mean, let's face it. I don't know if you're like me, but you wake up in the first 5 minutes, and it's that first 5 minutes you're awake. You're like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do today?
Yeah, and my point with that is it's because we're all too busy either time traveling back in time or future tripping
nonstop, man.
non-fucking stop.
Just because whether it's
a bill, it's a fucking it's a
finances,
getting out the door.
Yeah. Is everything straight with my wife, my son, my mom? What can I anticipate that could happen? And then just your day-to-day struggles at work. I mean, it's just
shit, and then something goes wrong, and then someone asks you a question while you're trying to figure something out, and you're like, just get the fuck out.
You feel like the dude in like Something About Mary when he's like, oh, what about 6-minute abs? I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, I said 5-minute abs. Like, so like don't
yeah, like we're, oh man, there's to learn so much so that the world is a mirror, and quit yelling at the mirror.
Yeah. Because it's really easy to get in these holes, especially with the way the world is, and what used to cost X amount of the grocery store is now costing this. And
Taco Bell, you used to go there with $20 and you could feed like 4 people, and you'd be stuffed. Now you go there with $20, you like feed yourself and a part of somebody else.
Yeah. You pay this. You wanna go do something fun with the family, or do we put it aside?
Oh shit! I don't even have a family. That'll fuck. That's got to be a.
I love my family, man. They're the ones that support me on a daily to do this. And when I wasn't in the legal game and had more.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do it. I'm just saying, God, pricing. And shit.
Yeah, and it's they've been my biggest fans, man.
Yeah.
And I made it a point when my son was born. We were going to introduce him in a way that it is normalized, instead of hiding it, instead of going in the garage to smoke, or instead of, you don't know what this is. He knows that cannabis is a medicine.
Get out of here.
My son even helps tend the plants at homes, just because I want him to be educated, not stigmaed.
Right.
This is just something that is medicine and a way of life, not something hush hush.
Yeah.
So that he wasn't uncomfortable if he ever saw it or was around someone else. It's
You're not equating it to like yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. Because then that's what leads to the other shit.
exactly.
That's what leads. The misinformation leads to they're see that's what happened with me. Sorry, Mom. So like I saw them all drinking and shit like that, and then I tried it.
Yeah.
When they weren't home when I was like 10 or so. First off, tastes disgusting. I'm like, why do people do this? But then it hit. And then I'm like, oh shit. And I'm not dying or nothing. They're full of shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, and then that's when I learned, oh, everyone's lying to me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what do I need to do when I was younger? Learn to lie like them. And that's why I was one of the biggest shitheads when I was growing up. But I got away with a lot of it.
Right.
Because you taught me how to lie.
Exactly.
And
So
that's what and then I find my way back around as I'm turning almost anyway. I'm getting older. But yeah. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, like, cause that's the shit that we need. And that's why I like having a lot of the parents on here and stuff. It's a point that I can't give out, but it's refreshing to hear that there's a lot of parents that are stopping the fear mongering.
Yeah, there's no reason if beer commercials are on TV and all this stuff, you're driving down the street and you see billboards for mint and all this stuff nonstop.
Yeah, that shit now too. Yeah.
My son's a very intelligent 5-year-old, so I'd rather him be educated about something versus be naive about something and then get in a situation and then him get anxiety because he doesn't know what's right or what's
or he ends
right
up buying $15 eights. Fucking ridiculous.
The $45 ounces from
you gotta save the children.
Right.
Smoking shit. But no, there's a price point for everybody. But I'm just education and not and turning it not into a fear. It's a plant. That's one thing that I had to take. I don't know what you take assessment. I don't know the right words. What educated people say. But I had to take a little audit on cannabis after I moved out here and everything, because originally part of the draw to cannabis or any drug or anything is because it was not allowed.
Of course.
And that was a dopamine kick right there. Now that it's okay and legal wherever, that dopamine kick has kind of come down off of it. So I'm like, oh shit. So I had to check my relationship with cannabis. I'm like, what are we doing? Because at one point in time, I'm like, I'm just fucking smoking. So people on the internet see that I'm smoking whatever this new shit is and stuff like that. And I'm like, I have no real opinion. I'm like, oh my God. I've become like Batman. I was a hero until I became the villain. Yeah, I don't think highly of myself at all. But yeah, no, I just had to take a little audit of my relationship with cannabis and realize that it's not so fucking serious, and it's all about love of the plant. And I need to get back to who I am without the social media. Who was I as a person before there was Instagram, before there was clout to get? I was still that stoner trying to allegedly push packs and all sorts of shit and do this and do that because I enjoyed it and it was keeping me going.
Yeah.
It wasn't about profit, because if you were pushing packs back in the day, there ain't no fucking profit in weed. There's a little bit, but there ain't much.
No.
Unless you're fucking people over.
Yeah.
And then those are the people who can't do psychedelics because they're afraid of themselves. But yeah, so appreciate you not being one of those people.
Yeah.
The detriment to the cannabis community is sometimes like new talent. Like this past year is like hash makers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
My ego got involved in like a couple things, and so do theirs, and all sorts of stuff. We all just need to like figure out, take a little audit of our relationship with cannabis.
Yeah.
And our own lives. See where we're at. See what we like. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump into the last segment, which is plug talk. It's a talking about this stuff over here. So plug talk is all about whatever you got to plug, promo, anything like that.
Right now, it's just a bunch of collabs right now where I'm about to on the legal market. I'm about to do a collab with Tropics and Legends Canna with Smirkaburl.
Hey, Smirk,
And
did you know I sold Smirk his first Grow Science 8th at Oasis North?
really,
Absolutely. Ask him.
no way.
Yeah, so I was the bud tender at Oasis North when him and Matt and was it Mike came in,
Mhm.
and they dropped off samples. Me and Chelsea Mulligan,
Okay.
maybe some other person, but me and her for sure were the ones who like bring that weed in. That's the weed that we want because it was the original Grow
Yeah,
Sciences.
man.
And then he came in and sold him his first 8th of Grow Sciences.
That's bomb.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out
bomb.
Smirk.
Yeah.
I need to get some Legends. Sorry, bro, I've been broke.
No, it's
I had court.
as far as
And I had fucking shit. No, it was over some dumb shit. Like, and I still wouldn't say shit. I just go and take a vacation. Just somebody watch my cat.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
But no, it's this is the year of the collabs.
Fuck yeah.
We're trying to on the legal side. Just I'm very picky on starting material because
Should.
yeah, man. I try to be as transparent as possible, so I don't want to have. I don't want to have any discrepancies of like, oh well, this is
We
a
don't have to have an argument. If I don't like something, I just don't like it. It doesn't have to
if
be
it's
like
not
I
up to
hate you.
par,
Or...
it's not a fu. It's just like I'm moving on. So
Yeah.
really trying to collab with the biggest and cleanest grows in the legal side. So Legends. I'm trying to get down and meet with Barrio.
I haven't tried their stuff. I've seen it. Looks really good.
I've
Looks
heard very
really
good
triked
things
out.
about them, and it's another team of people that care, from what I've been
Dope.
told and what I see. My boy Andrew was Zonicated, trying to get online down in Tucson. Man, I can't
Talk to him,
can't
man.
wait to get him on board on the legal side because
Shout out.
he's another one that's
All
got the
those
passion.
bands. Stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, and then on the legacy market side, man, just trying to wash with anybody. Really, I love to see everybody's different grow style. And that's the thing I love about cannabis so much is that there's not one way.
Yeah.
There's not one way, and I don't
Same with
hate
cooking. Everything.
Yeah, so
That's why there's multiple channels on a TV.
just because you do well with this doesn't mean I have to like it. But if your end product is clean and gas and potent, whatever way you do it,
if
just
it
do it
wasn't
to the best that you
if
can.
it wasn't this time, do it again.
Yeah.
Do it better.
Yeah.
Well, anytime I've ever failed, sometimes I've taken it to heart and been hurt and shit, and a lot of times. But like more and more, like especially nowadays, I'm like, please tell me I fucked up. Don't sugarcoat shit because I'm never gonna get any better.
Just tell me how it is. And those are the people
Throw your
that
dog shit comment. Tell your dog shit words down in the basement, in the comment section. That is Maddie Matheson, this chef. He says that. He said, "Go ahead, take your old dog shit comments to the basement." I love you. I was just kidding.
And then, but yeah, bro. Just the different styles of weed that people grow. It's very intriguing to me. Just because I'm not on board with something, doesn't mean that it's a bad way. But I love seeing different methods, man.
I love art.
Yeah,
yeah. Like
the Skunk Tank, Skunk Team Skunkworks collab that I just did. Dude, he kills it.
Yeah, that 557. I've been eyeballing that. Need to get a hold of that. But
no, yeah, he.
Here's some of the.
That's the material.
That's the flower.
So
we'll take pictures of that and stuff.
It's actually an umami tester that he ran.
Oh,
that
umami seed?
Yeah. That.
Ooh.
So we don't know exactly what the parents are, but
smells
washed amazing.
Carbonara.
And then my boy Trippy.
What? Oh, umami
Umami seed is a breeder.
is a breeder.
Yeah.
But umami
Yes.
is a flavor.
Yes.
But it's like it's like savory MSG.
Yeah.
I don't really. It's like 6-star.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it? 6-star hash. You guys arguing. This isn't. There's so many people. Man, put your fucking cop suit on, you fucking hash police. Jesus Christ. Sorry, everybody. It's weed. Just be happy. Quit arguing. Like, if you don't want to talk to somebody, don't talk to somebody.
I feel you.
You don't like their. If you don't like it, guess what? You don't have to buy it. But you don't have to be the fucking weed police. We already got that.
No shit.
You're stupid people fucking arguing. Oh my god! Like I said earlier, I just smelled the mic. I'm so high.
Yeah, the bud was in your hand. You're like,
But no, this smells like a fart died inside of a carbonara plate with Alfredo sauce, and I'm gonna smoke it. No, it smells really good. You know, it smells. It really has a little savory, but like creamy. But no, it smells like a really good like garlicky Alfredo. To be honest,
it's got a good nose to it, man. It smokes even better.
It's cheesy.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
And that, bro.
Yeah, I'm big on cheese terps.
Me and a couple people have been talking lately. There hasn't been a lot of cheese lately.
So, even on the legal market side, try the Yaz Beach from High Grade.
Okay.
That strain
I've been avoiding High Grade for a while because High Grade was.
I actually toured them about a month ago. It's a very nice facility.
I've been trying to find some other brands that I can start messing with again because I'm pushing myself away from different ones only for personal reasons. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'll have to check them out again because back in the day, sorry, High Grade was mids. I'll still smoke mids.
No, I'm not.
But High Grade was very, very mid.
I'm not out here claiming that it's like fucking Legends cannabis.
No. But if it's like I like the Made this brand Made.
Yes.
It's a mids.
The Made 41.
That is a fire thing.
That I'm not one that like pops jars and is impressed super easily. And the fucking nose on that jar was great.
See, that's what I've been talking about lately. Like Made is really good weed, executed well, and
Danko's
it may
my
not.
Boy, man.
It may not be. What's that?
I said Danko's my boy. I root hard for them.
John's dope. Like I love a lot of. There's some brands that I may not agree with over there, but that's their business practices.
Yeah.
But that's the main brands. But everyone in Arizona, I still love you guys. There's no love lost. But Made though, like I can't go away from Made because Made. Every strain is different. Every strain is well executed.
Yeah.
And it's not breaking the bank.
No.
So I love that. And so I've been looking for other brands like Made. So High Grade. And actually, you know what? I actually have like one of their High Grades promo things that they had in dispos and stuff. Like
really?
All the plastic and metal thing.
Yeah.
It's in my apartment and shit. Yeah. I'll have to bring it in for the podcast. But yeah, so High Grade.
I mean, it's a step below, but we're talking just to be able to get that cheesy terp that you're looking for.
Okay.
That specific strain, Yaz Beach. It's cheesecake and power sherb, and it's super cheesecake heavy. So that's what I fell in love with about it.
Cheesecake.
Yes, I've been on this. I've got a pack from Little Lake Valley that I really want to hunt. It's UK cheese and Fofana. So yeah, it was that pen of Yaz Beach where I'm like, fuck, I need cheese terps in the garden right now. Like I need it right now.
You know what? And eventually what I really, really want, as much as I tell everybody about blueberry, I want blue cheese.
Bro, that strain was so
goddamn good, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't like blue cheese, the stuff, but that flower is just stupid.
That was a really good one for a while.
Very euphoric.
And it didn't stay around for a while.
No.
It was like, oh, yeah, it's here, and then it was gone.
Yeah, but my number one, eventually I'll find it, is DJ Short Blueberry. I've known some people that say they have some cuts and stuff, but I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But then again, I'm also not a grower, so I'm really talking out of my ass right now. But so yeah, let's before I tangent too much, what do we got? Oh, it's on the front. I know how to read. So we got was that Z rain belts?
Yeah, Z rain belts.
And then the banana pink guava. Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
Some hash. We'll do. Oh man, this is gonna be a great day. It's already a great day. I'm gonna have to smoke some of this. I'm gonna smoke all, but that smells amazing. It's so like fruity, sour, tropical. Fuck. And then this one's like the Z rainbow. Yeah, definitely like Skittles and definitely the Skittles and sweet and floral and fucking. It smells like candy. This is gonna be. I'm so happy. I'm very fruit terp forward.
Good.
So
good.
like, I was just like, oh,
dude, I've got the Ego Clash winner, that big Papa pack, the big papaya pack, that I'm gonna be hunting this year. That's papaya and double burger. So I'm not saying it's the ego status, but definitely we're gonna be hunting that one because I've heard crazy numbers on that. Like we're talking 9 to 11% on the dump.
Hell, oh
yeah,
what?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
My brain broke because I was just trying to tell people you're lucky to get 3%.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 to holy shit
from fresh frozen.
That's crazy, bro. They're growing grapes, son.
Literally. No stock. It's just one big fat head.
It's a fucking ball of oil, bro.
But Respect and Skunk Master really do their due diligence. They really work that line over there, bro. So it wouldn't shock me.
Skunk Master reminds me of Squirrel Master.
Squirrel Master.
I'm somebody's
bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not a fish.
Yeah, go ahead and make whatever video you want off of that or whatever in the comments. He is a bitch. Oh, whatever, guys. So did you have any? If you can't laugh at yourself, please make fun of me. Because what you guys don't understand is even when you get mad and you hate, and one person hates, then another person hates, and they get together, and then they don't even realize that you brought a whole fucking group together.
What kind of mass following did you just bring?
Love it or not, whatever. Nah, it's all love. People make their way around. So, what we have coming up next weekend? Do you have anything else?
No, man, you're good.
Appreciate you. We'll have you back on too. There's
anytime.
Future.
You're literally like a block away from my house.
What? Yeah. That's what's up. Don't look it up. So next weekend, as long like we got schedules. Like Jet Work, NYC, and Poetry of Plants was supposed to be here,
bro.
But unfortunately, their itinerary didn't work out to where they'll be here. I'm still trying to work with them on virtual, getting them done.
Let me know when Poetry of Plants comes on. I'll make sure you guys have meds.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. We'll see. They got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. I'm supposed to, we were going to sit down and talk about some things, but they got, what they got going on.
Oh yeah.
But let them deal with that. But I also, first thing, my guest next week will be Moms That Jane. Okay. So we'll have that or her on here. We'll talk about that. If Jet Work and them can't be on here, I'll try to find someone else. Maybe sure. Greencraft Jake from Michigan, as he's a floater. He didn't get to come last week. Had a fertigation problem, but he's already got his episode taken care of. So
right on.
He's locked in and floating.
Good shit.
All right. We're going to go get super fucking high and play video games and have a great day. Shout out to everybody. Sin City Seeds, Pause Consumption, Superstition Hemp, these trees. Made me. Pheno Rich, everybody.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much for coming out. Make sure to tap in, smoke up, trip out. Love you all. Out of here.